Okay, we're canning tomatoes today, and I've got the hot water on already and it's boiling. I'm gonna put it in the sink, then I'm gonna put my tomatoes in, and then once they get cooled off, I'm gonna put them in some ice water. So come along with the journey and let's begin. Okay, the hot water's in the sink and I'm gonna dump these tomatoes in. Ooh-ja, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Just like that. And we're gonna leave them in until they split, and then we're gonna put them in some ice water here, and I'll come back and I'll show you. Okay, we're getting ready now to get them all set and put in the jars. And I'm going to put mine in the pressure canner. Get everything ready that I may need. I always put these here because I'm kind of sloppy and I don't like making a mess. I read in my Presto canner, it's the pressure for 10 minutes and you pressure it for 3. That didn't sound right, so I reread it twice. So it's gotta be. So let me show you how we're gonna peel a couple of these. See, the skins come right off very easily. Just like that. And I use a Cora. I use this also in my strawberries and it works really well. I'll put that in there. Then I've got a bowl off to the side here, and these will go down to my chickens, and the chickens will really like this. Just like this. Make sure it's all off. It is. Get my canning funnel here. Yeah, I think you can see. And I'm just gonna squish those right down in, just like that. We're gonna take another one. I wished I knew the varieties, but we had 70 different varieties of tomatoes. Look how easy that's peeling off. Just like this. And it says in the book to only fill them, about 75 from the top, and that way it will look good and there's no boil overs. Just like this. Get all the skins off. Now, doesn't that look nice? Oops, we're gonna put this in. And I think this one's gonna call it good. Once we get it in here. I could have quartered it, but I didn't. And we're gonna have a little bit too much. So I'm gonna grab a spoon. We don't want it to boil over. And I also put a ½ a teaspoon to 3/4 of salt in the bottom of each of these jars. Don't want it to spill over, sorry. And that would be good right there. That would be a good jar right there. You don't want it too full. Let's work on this one. Let's see here. Gonna go just like this. Gonna peel it. It peels very, very easy. Easy peasy, just like that. This time I'll pay attention. I won't put two big ones in the jar. Look how easy that comes off. Just slides right off. Get my strawberry clip right here. And we're just gonna quarter this to make sure. Just like that. Then we're going to push it in. And and see if we can find a little one here. Just like this. Get that off. Ooh, just another little one. Just like this. Take this. How many out there canned tomatoes? Actually, I was going to put some Italian seasoning in this, but and some oregano. But I think this is going to be for my Instapot when I do different things. I'm going to use this for liquid, and that will be really yummy. I think only half of this. Just like that. There we go, right there. Then we'll start another one. So I will bring you back when I get them all filled, and I'll show you how I stack them in my pressure canner. And my pressure canner is a Presto. So we'll be back. Don't go too far. Okay, folks, these are all filled here. And I want you to know you should check all your jar tops, because there are some that could get broken or just chipped, and that's not a good thing. And then after you check, you want to wipe your jars down just like this. You want to make sure there isn't anything on that jar, because if it is, it will not seal. And then you always want to take this to get any bubbles that you may have. Just go down like that in your jar. Just like that. Doesn't matter what you're jarring, you should always do that, no matter what. So we got that all wiped down. I did that before I brought you here. We have our lids nice and hot. Now some folks say you don't need them hot, but I'm from the old school, so I get them hot. So you put them on just like this. I'll just put some on like this. Just like that. And this here is a wonderful tool. It's got a magnetic right here. It works great. So these are the lids right here, and this is the jar cover. You want to put it just like this, and you just want to finger tight it. That's all you want to do. And you just go right ahead, screw it right down, just like this, just like that. And you just want to keep going. I hope everybody's having a fine day today. It's supposed to be in the mid-90s. I have my air conditioner on, which I don't run too often. Just like that. And then once this gets done, we're going to put it in the pressure canner. And also, I wanted to show you, I could hardly believe it. I think I've read it 3 times. It says you pressure can it for 10 minutes at 2.5. That just doesn't seem right to me, long enough. But that's what it says, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you what it says. Get these all ready to go in. Can put them in just like that, and I have a rack that will sit right on top. Oops, we don't have a lid on that one. Husk before the cart, I guess, as they would say. Get these right out of the way, put them right on the rack. Even this is getting a little bit too heavy for me to carry. Put a few more here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. What are you doing today? Crafting, canning? and just enjoying the day, watching TV. Me, I really need to go to the garden, but I think I'm gonna wait till the sun goes down, because I've got a lot of peppers to do and I've got a lot of more tomatoes to do. Okay, it's gonna be just like that. And we're gonna pick it up and I'm gonna bring you over to the canner. Oh, I wanted to show you. And I even circled it because I couldn't believe it. Can you see that right there? Tomatoes. Scalded, 1 minute, dip in that, and then it says dip in cold water. And here's your minutes to cook up here. Minutes to cook at 10 pounds. That's 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Well, if that's what it says, that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna swing you around back to where the canner is. The pressure canner. Very gently. Just like that. I think you can see it. Yeah. Let me get the canner in here. And you're gonna set it right in here. Oh goodness. Like I say, it's getting a little heavy for me now. And then I have a rack. Actually, I use two different ones. I use a round cake one, and sometimes I use this one. But today, I'm going to use this one, and it goes right on top. Then we're going to set 2 more in. And 2 more, just like that. Now I'm going to go over to the side. Keep all my canning supplies in one area. You want to make sure your seal's on nice and tight. I'm real big about that. Okay, let me find the V here. The V here helps you get the cover on. So you're going to go just like this. Sometimes it takes just a little bit. I'm back. It wasn't as easy as it usually is. Sometimes if you don't line this up correctly, it can be a really booger to do. Okay, here's your cap right here. Once it gets up right here to 10 pounds of pressure, you want to put that cap on and then you want to watch it. You don't want it to go over 10 pounds. And you want to time it to make sure it goes the amount of time you want. And then you're going to turn your stove off and you're going to watch the pressure come down. Do not take the cover off until the pressure is completely down. And you want this to steam out for about 12 minutes. And nothing can go wrong because there's an exit for steam right here. You don't have to worry about it blowing up because it's not. So I'll bring you back as soon as that comes up to temperature, and then I'll shut it off and show you how I take the cover off and how everything is ready. Okay, I'm back. It wasn't as easy as it usually is. Sometimes if you don't line this up correctly, it can be a really booger to do. Okay, here's your cap right here. Once it gets up right here to 10 pounds of pressure, you want to put that cap on and then you want to watch it. You don't want it to go over 10 pounds. And you want to time it to make sure it goes the amount of time you want. And then you're going to turn your stove off and you're going to watch the pressure come down. Do not take the cover off until the pressure is completely down. And you want this to steam out for about 12 minutes. And nothing can go wrong because there's an exit for steam right here. You don't have to worry about it blowing up because it's not. So I'll bring you back as soon as that comes up to temperature, and then I'll shut it off and show you how I take the cover off and how everything is ready. Okay, here we go. We're going to take off this steam cover right here. Safety always first. You can hear a little bit of steam coming out, and it's just about on 0. So when it is, I'm going to turn the cover, and then I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to put the canning jars on the sideboard here. It's just about done. How many of you all have a Presto canner? This is a 22 quart one. I love it because you can put so many more jars in and get everything done quicker. I know some folks are scared of them, but don't be. Let me see if we can open the cover. Might have to wait for another minute or two. Yeah, it's not going to let you open it until all the steam is out. It's actually very safe. This takes 12 cups of water no matter what you do. So if you can remember that, you'll be doing well. Still got a little bit to go. Okay, here we go. The cover's coming off. See the steam? Always take the cover off away from you. Never do it the opposite way, okay? Always this way. I can't emphasize that enough because you could get a terrible burn. So these work really well. These are tongs. And you're going to get this just like this. Going to take it out of the canner. Look at it bubble. And we're going to take another one out. And once we get one more out, we can use the rack. Okay, then we can use the rack. Again, use caution. This is the rack that's set on top. Like I said, I'm not as young as I used to be. There they are right there, coming out. Okay, I'm going to swing you over to where they're at. Just like this. Can you see them okay? I think you can. Whoops, I just heard one pop. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to gently take them out. Sometimes I never know which one. Whoops. Got to get a, whoops, just for peeling. So please give me thumbs up. That's the first thing I'd like to say. Thumbs up so they can recognize me on YouTube. Please share my videos. Mr.R has his video up now.